Hello everybody and welcome back. No Maths YouTube channel is complete without at least one video on the quadratic formula, so we are fixing that today by making a video on the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula is one of the most famous formulas in mathematics. I remember it, if I can write my square root symbol properly, I remember it by using, what the heck, the Pop Goes the Weasel song, okay? That is minus b plus, I'm not going to sing. I was going to, and I'm just not going to do it, but there's 1,000 ways to remember it. So however you want to remember the quadratic formula is totally fine. Minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So, what does this mean? Well, for my quadratic formula, the general form of a quadratic formula looks like this. It is ax squared plus bx plus c. You can see here my question is equal to 0. What the quadratic formula does is it solves quadratics. What that means, what solving a quadratic means, is it finds the roots of the equation or it finds the x-intercepts. Okay, so the quadratic formula finds my x values where my graph cuts the x-axis. So in order to do that, I substitute my values from my quadratic into my formula. Well, if I have a look here at my formula, I'm going to grab this here and make this a little bit smaller. I'm actually going to pull this across to the side a touch. Okay, so it's going to sit over here. So my a, b, and c values from my formula, in this case, a is going to be equal to 2, b is going to be equal to -9, and c is going to be equal to 9. If I move that so my face isn't in the way, I'm now just going to substitute each of these numbers into my formula. So my a value is going to go into here and here. My b value is going to go into here and here. And my c value is going to go here. So if I substitute those numbers in, I get the following. I get x is equal to minus b is minus 9 plus or minus the square root of minus, well, I was going to write minus b there, minus 9 squared minus 4 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 9, all divided by 2 multiplied by 2. Okay, now if I simplify everything I have here, what I wind up with is x is equal to minus 9 just becomes 9, plus or minus the square root of, well, -9 squared is going to give 81, minus 4 times 2 gives 8, 8 times 9, we can do the times tables finger trick if I like, 8 times 9 is going to give 72, so it's going to become minus 72, all divided by 4. Now, simplifying inside my square root, I get 9 plus or minus the square root of, well, 81 minus 72 also gives 9, all divided by 4. And if I just write my answer here, that gives 9 plus or minus 3 over 4. So I get two answers. Every quadratic gives two answers. If you think of the sketch, it cuts my graph in two spots. So if I simplify everything, I get 9 plus 3, that's going to give 12. 12 divided by 4 gives 3 for one of my solutions. And my second solution is 9 minus 3. That is going to give 6. Well, 6 over 4 simplifies down to 3 over 2. So they're my two solutions to my quadratic equation, or the two places that my quadratic cuts through or passes through the x-axis. Hopefully you found that helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.